issue we are speaking about today is really indoor air pollution, which is pollution generated out of the use of unclean, incomplete burning of wood and biomass stoves that we say, which are normally 3-stone fires like open chulhas, which have incomplete combustion, and that incomplete combustion generates smoke, which is toxic to the health of the woman and the child sitting very closely to that whole program.
Plant product burning in a rather non-industrial looking setting to actually spew out such a large number of chemicals. But in reality, if you look at the cocktail that is produced, it's as bad as what might come out from a badly burning industrial for the first time. You might think that this should have been an issue that we knew for a long time, but only as recently as 2000 did we come to understand what is the burden of
the
disease.
campaign. We have picked one district in Karnataka, Shimoga, which we hope will become a demonstrator, if you like, for other districts around Karnataka, and we hope beyond into other parts of southern India. And what we've done is we launched just 2 or 3 weeks ago a 90-day blitz campaign of communications activities in Shimoga, hoping to convince large parts of the population to adopt improved cook stoves, as well as the other messages I was talking about. And we picked Shimoga because it has a high proportion of IAP affected households. It also has a high level of microfinance institutions there, which we hope to work with. Importantly of all, as well as our direct campaign activities, I'm delighted to say we've received the endorsement from the state government, all of these ministries and the Chief Minister's office, and they have also directed the local district administration, the district collector, the CEO of the Zilla Panchayat, Parishad, to work with us on this campaign to provide as many resources, the networks, whether it be through health workers, whether it be through schools, whether it be through Gram Sabhas, to make sure that we can maximize the benefit of this campaign. And what we're doing is we're working with the state government, with the Chief Minister's office, on several different specific initiatives that we hope will push indoor air pollution up the state agenda, and that will help on a local level to convince more households to adopt improved cook stoves. So we are, if we can just go back, we are working with the state to look into appointing an interministerial committee. So this will bring together a variety of key actors, academics, NGOs, MFIs and government organisations, to try and come up with a blueprint for state action in this area. We're looking for the state government to set targets of 15% conversion of households in certain key districts, and the idea really of perhaps looking at having IAP-free districts are much bigger. So we are starting in Shimoga, and we hope it becomes a model, a demonstrator effect for other districts in Karnataka, also expanding to other parts of southern India, and then beyond as well. This issue of indoor air pollution is rapidly rising up the global agenda. For a long, long time it's been a sort of global public health backwater. It's partly because of the climate change, the growing link between indoor air pollution and climate change, but partly also because of, as Kalpana said, the growing evidence on the health side as well. This is becoming a much, much more important issue on the global level as well.
The difference that we have been looking at as a foundation, really, you're absolutely right. Improved cook stoves must be something you must have heard of from even the Indian government perspective way back in the early 1980s, which was a part of the national program for improved chulhas. The challenge around the products have been around creating a sustainable market-based approach, which allows consumers to go back with a product they have a problem on, to have a product that delivers to what they need, because we have different parts of fuels that we use in the country, we have different cooking types, we have different food habits in this country. We need a product that fits my need as opposing somebody gives me a free product. And the second aspect to it is very much around the maintenance and the usership of the product. The work the foundation has been doing in the last 5 years is to create market-based models, and the organizations that Simon mentioned to you, which was EnviroFit and Selco, are organizations which are looking at market-based approaches with products that will be relevant for the local users, with after-sales service that can support the user, can ensure that the user is using the correct product in the right way to get the maximum benefit.
With this new information that is of relative recent origin, as I said, we have started estimating the disease burdens only since 2000. In fact, that is much after the National Improved Program stoves had almost, sort of declined at that phase, mainly because at that time, although there was anecdotal evidence to think that this was not very good for health, this was not a part of the explicit awareness raising campaign. So the people were not going to the women and saying, this would reduce your fuel consumption, this would improve your energy efficiency, but not saying that your child will suffer from 5 times as many respiratory infections if you didn't use this stuff. Now we have the evidence to be able to say that. That's the single biggest differential also, I think, that will help these stove efforts and enhance penetration, because the key question is there is a behavioral element to this. So you have to continue to use the stove and want to seek maintenance services or want to, so how much buy-in does the consumer have? So there is a two-pronged approach now on energy efficiency, fuel efficiency, cost efficiency, and most importantly, health improvement.
To say is, I think 111 villages, we're doing ourselves a disservice by saying that. So we're actually, when we say village, we're actually going to every single village and town in Shimoga with a population of more than 2,000 people. And we picked that number because it's only practical for vans to go to so many places. But therefore, you have well over half of Shimoga's population living in those towns. So there is the opportunity for half of Shimoga's population, which is around about 1.5 million people, to have seen these programs. And we have leafleting, we have mini hoardings, we have wall paintings, as well as the van campaigns. And in each of the 111 towns, we have, in 104 of the 111 towns, we have employed a woman who goes to 15 houses every day, different houses each day, over the 90 days that the campaign runs, and talks to the individual households about indoor air pollution, about improved cook stoves.
And I think the support that we are getting in from the Zilla Parishad to also further utilize their existing outreach programs will, I am sure, make us reach out, like Simon said, to a very significant amount of people with the education and the information required to say there is a health issue and we need to look at a solution that we are recommending.